look at the vowel E today. E has many sounds. Like the other vowels, it's quite tricky. Let's look at the most common sounds of the letter E. The first rule we're going to look at is that E makes the first sound in the word egg. Eh, eh, eh. For example, in bed, head, or cell. And this usually happens for three reasons. The first reason is that E comes at the beginning of a word before a consonant, like edge, exercise, or elephant. The next reason is when E comes between two consonants, such as west, fence, bent, and sometimes, but not always, when it comes with the letter A. For example, dead or mint. In practice 27, put the words in the correct columns, those beginning with E, those where E comes between two consonants, and where E combines with the letter A. The second rule of E is when E makes the vowel sound in the word me, e. For example, equal, see, or deal. This often happens if there's another E at the end of the word that's silent, such as seen or these. It also happens when E is doubled, such as in meet, see, peel, or when E comes with the letters A, I, or Y. For example, mean, peace, either, and key. One more reason is when E comes at the end of a word or a syllable, like he, she, or be for. Underline the E sound in each of these words in practice 28. Rule number 3, E is often silent. And this is at the end of words such as game, tune, time, or road. And note that this E does some magic to the middle of the word as it changes the middle vowel to a long vowel, a vowel that says its name. So instead of gam, we would say game because of the silent E. We would say not vin, but vine, not lawn, but loan, not ton, but tune because of the silent E. And this happens when E comes after a consonant at the end of a word. For example, rake, bike, bone. There are exceptions. In very short words like be, we, me, the E is not silent. And in words ending with UE or VE, the middle vowel sound does not change, though the E is still silent. Do, have, give. And some words just do not change the vowel sounds. They don't change the rules, though the E is still silent. Are, or. In practice 29, add a silent E at the end to make some new words. For example, at would become 8. Rule number 4, the letter E makes the underlined vowel sound in the word open. Again, this occurs when the vowel is not accented. It makes the sound, as in telephone, oven, jacket. Uh, Anytime the syllable is not accented, you will see this to be true. 70, cement. And here's some other words: basket, pocket, problem, rocket, witness. Match these words with their definitions. In rule number 5, E makes the vowel sound in the word way. A. It sounds like a long A. 8, they, break. And this happens when the E combines with an A, I, or Y, such as great, beige, obey, or combines with IGH, such as sleigh and freight. In practice 31, fill in the blanks with the different ways the letter E spells the A sound. Rule number 6. The letter E makes the vowel sound in the word new. Ooh, through, new. And this usually happens when the E and the W come together. Pew, screw. Add the EW to make a new word. There are some exceptions. E sometimes makes the sound of the word I, as in geyser or height. Sometimes E and U combine to make the sound U, as in Europe, Euro, feud. Sometimes E makes the first vowel sound in the word pretty. It, rocket, picket. Remember that ED endings on words can be especially tricky. When E combines with D at the end of a word, it can create 3 possible sounds. Number 1, if a word has a D or a T sound before the ED, pronounce the ED ending as id. For example, rid, id, pet, id. When you have this D or this T, follow with the id sound, ridded, petted. Number 2, if a word ends in ch, f, k, p, s, sh, make the ed sound like a ch, ch. For example, touched, puffed, rocked, stepped, stressed, washed. Note the ending sound of these words. Rule number 3, if a word has any other sound before the ed, pronounce the ending as d, d. Rubbed, judged, tugged, pulled, hummed, shunned, jarred, breathed, shoved, owed, oozed, and any vowel sound, for example, hoed. Again, take note of the last sound in each of these words. Listen to these words as I say them and tell me what you hear at the end. Id, t, or d. Bathed, beaded, bragged, called, cared, crashed, dodged, hoped, kissed, loaded, paused, parade, picked, pinned, reached, rhymed, rode, shouted, sobbed, and stuffed. E is a vowel, so it combines with basically any letter. Here are examples of combinations of E with other letters. The only combination that really doesn't work is E does not come after A and E does not come after Q. Everything else is fairly common. Meal, web, bee, neck, scent, red, den, feel, chef, fed, egg, get, boca, this is not very common, hen, weigh, piece, eject, jet, peak, key, sell, let, them, me. 10, net, rodeo, toe, step, pen, equal, her, red, west, cent, bet, 10, euro, do, every, even, new, went, sex, oxen, key, yet, freeze, 0. Let's quickly look at F since it does not take too much explanation. It almost always sounds like f. You should feel some air when you're saying that. For example, fat, after, beef, flow, fluffy, and off. The only real exception to this is the word of, where the F sounds like a V sound. F can be doubled, as in off or puff, and it can combine with vowels. For example, fan or after with A, fed or effect with E, find or if with I, fog or of with O, fun or cuff with U, and unify or Eiffel with Y. The only other combinations that F can make are with the letter L, fly, half. With the letter R, fry, earful. And with the letters S and T, puffs, misfeed, lift, outfit. Thank you, and we'll see you next time with the letter G.